Morning, Virginia hunters. Quite a show Saturday over Chesterfield area. Went to Amanda Chase rally. Everybody, I tried to video as much of it as I could. Anyway, again, you got to remember the people I featured, the talk and all that. They're still politicians. You know, I put it on there for you to decide. You know, this two-party system thing that we got going on. Could that be the plot? Could that be it? Are they all just one? You know, everybody talks about this. All this stuff is happening because of the New World Order. And blaming that, I mean, I'm talking about patriots doing this, and they're blaming that on the Democrats. The only president that was against like secret societies and New World Order and all that was John F. Kennedy. And they shot him in the head. So, and every president since that time has mentioned working toward the New World Order. Nixon, Jimmy Carter, I don't know if Gerald Ford did it, Reagan, I don't know if he did it, but he was shot too. You know what I mean? George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Bush Jr., you know, if you create fear and panic in a population, they're easier to control. So let's talk about that for a minute. I'm going to say it again. When you create fear and panic in a population, they are easier to control. Let's talk about that. Uh, 9/11. Let's just go back to 9/11. 9/11. There was some fear and panic in this country when that happened. And that's how they were able to get Brett Kavanaugh, who wrote the Patriot Act, right? That's how they were able to get the Patriot Act in there, which is one of the biggest infringements on our constitutional rights, or our God-given rights. Let me just say that. So, I'm jacking around with stuck behind a B-Dot truck here. Alright, now I can go. Let me turn. So think about that. They were able to create fear and panic, or I'm not saying it was a conspiracy, I'm just saying I never seen the plane that hit the Pentagon. That's all I'm saying. All those cameras in DC and all those cameras around the Pentagon, and there is no picture of a plane that hit the Pentagon. That's all I'm saying. But we got the Patriot Act in there. Fear and panic. Fear and panic that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. Alright, I'm just fighting this the whole time. Let me see if I can pull this up. Anyway, I ain't nothing I can do about it. So, fear and panic that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, which I personally know they did. But they created that fear and panic among Americans to justify a war to take out Saddam Hussein. Okay. So, in London, they're using that same fear and panic, these knife attacks and terrorist attacks and whatever, to arm their police. So our governments at the state level and the federal level are using that same fear and panic to disarm law-abiding people. Fear and panic. Ralph Northam used that same fear and panic to cordon off the state capitol in January. How come he didn't cordon it off during the riots? Think about it. Didn't put a fence around it during the riots. They're using fear and panic to justify their actions. Fear and panic will get gun laws passed. You don't want a crazy person having a gun. So let's take the guns first, and then we'll sort it out later. Let's deny those individuals their God-given rights. Red flag laws. Red flag laws will save lives, is what they say. Nope. So, they're using fear and panic tactics during the COVID-19 to basically force these mandates, like the mask mandate. Fear and panic. You're gonna die if you don't stay home for 2 months. You're gonna die if you go to work. You're gonna die and potentially kill other people if you don't stay 6 feet apart. You're gonna die and potentially kill other people if you don't wear a mask. Fear and panic. Fear and panic. I know what's coming. Act like I did this before. You're gonna die if you don't obey me. If you don't obey the government. Because the government knows best, right? We're from the government. We're here to help you. Is what they told the Indians. We're going to give you these blankets. We're going to shoot all your food and burn your village to the ground. But we're from the government. We're here to help. We now have less than 90 days. Did you notice there wasn't too many people wearing a mask at that rally? Watch that Ted Nugent video. It's good. The acoustics in there were terrible. It was a horse barn. This is where it was. The band was too loud. Way too loud. I actually had to go out to the truck and get earplugs. It was loud. And as deaf as I am, if I said it was loud, it was really freaking loud. But good speakers. That one guy that's running for the 4th Congressional District, solid guy. First time I met him, but just his message is spot on. But he's running against McEacham. Is that the cat's name? Up there that wanted Northam to call out the National Guard to round people up and take their weapons. I was thinking there's going to be a whole lot of Virginians driving Humvees with ring mounts. That's what I was thinking. Oh my goodness. Call out the National Guard on your own people. That's not too smart. Oh, anyway. Fear and panic is a tactic that they use. Look at all the things that have happened in our America. There is evidence that says it goes back to World War II, and that we let the Japanese attack Pearl Harbor. That we knew those attacks were coming. But yet, we put all of our ships, we docked all of our ships in Pearl Harbor, knowing that the Japanese were on the offensive. That's not too smart, right? We think that we were smarter than that, but thousands and thousands of people lost their lives in Pearl Harbor that day, which created, you guessed it, fear and panic. Because up to that point, we had pretty much we were in a support role. We were in a support role to help other nations fight that war. We had cranked up our war machine, building tanks and planes and ammunition, ordnance. The mighty military-industrial complex. Right? Am I right? But the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Right? Fear and panic. Interesting. We must stop the spread of communism. So we must go help Korea. We must stop the spread of communism from the evil empire. So we went into Vietnam. Fear and panic. We must make schools a gun-free zone so people won't come in and shoot up the schools. Fear and panic. You can get a lot done with fear and panic in a very short time. We've destroyed our economy. We've destroyed our future. We've destroyed our way of life. We've destroyed our freedom. And we've ollie-northed the Constitution because of fear and panic. Less than 90 days. Y'all keep your powder dry. Sic Semper Tyrannis.